Hello ladies and gentlemen, Alex here from PowerMES, and today I have how to build a gaming computer, actually building it. Now this series will be broken down into separate parts, and for this video I will be going over the parts that I chose for this build. Let's get started. Now for the first component in our build, I chose to go with an ASRock 970D motherboard. I chose this because it has a variety of different ports, including two USB 3.0 ports, and it also has the capabilities of going up to 32 gigabytes in RAM, which would be very useful. Another reason I chose this is because it has great reliability, and the price of it all is a great $69. For the CPU, I chose to go with an AMD FX 6100 WM processor. I went with this one because it has 6 cores, which would be great for video editing, and also it has a clock speed of 3.3 GHz, which is extremely overclockable because of the unlocked processor that it has. Now for graphics, I chose to reuse the old graphics card from my computer, which is a Radeon HD 5830, just because the video editing that I do does not require that high of a graphics card, and it should work fine for it being a recycled GPU. For my RAM, I chose to go with 8 gigabytes of Corsair DDR3 Vengeance RAM, just because it's very good, it's reliable, it's durable, and it has high clock speeds. For my mass storage drive, I chose to go with a Seagate Barracuda 1TB 7200 RPM drive. I chose this one because it's fast, it's reliable, and it's also just a cheap, good hard drive, which will be good for storing all my video and all my files on. Now for my boot drive, I chose to go with an Intel SSD 330 series one, and it has 60 gigabytes of storage, and it'll be just the right amount for Windows and all of my editing software and like Photoshop and all that stuff. Now to power all of these beastly components, I had chose to go with a Thermaltake TR2 430 watt power supply. Now I know what you're thinking, a 430 watt power supply is definitely not enough power to power all of these components, and I know that, and I will be upgrading to a 750 watt power supply in the near future. It's just that I didn't have the money currently, but I will be annotating when I do get that new power supply. For the last component of the build, the case, which is going to be the outer shell of this whole computer, I did go with an Antec DF85 case just because it has great cable management, it's very large, and it'll be a step up from my old mid-tower case, and I'm really excited to use it. Now that is going to wrap up my video on how to build a gaming computer. For going over all the parts, stay tuned for next week's video on actually putting in the CPU and building the computer itself. Now, for this video, I'm Alex from PowerMES, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, I see you, big bro. I'ma kill these niggas, man. Yeah. Straight up.